Hey there, welcome back. Let's talk about lesson 6.9, interior and exterior angles of a triangle. Okay, so let's look at this triangle, interior and exterior angles of a triangle. Okay, so angles 1, 2, and 3 are all interior angles. They have to add up to 180 degrees. So if you look at this equation, the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 have to add up to 180 degrees. That's the inside interior angles of a triangle. Now, angle 4 is called an exterior angle. So the way you can find angle 4 is once you know angle 1, then you can take angle 1 and subtract it from 180 to find angle 4. Because these two are supplementary, they have to add up to 180. But another way you can do it is by using these two remote interior angles. So these two interior angles are the farthest angles away from this outside angle. So if you add these two together, it equals this exterior angle. So angle 2 plus angle 3 will equal that outside angle. It's the two farthest angles away from this exterior angle. All right, so let's practice that. So here we have this triangle. This is an exterior angle. So the way you find angle 1 is you add these two angles together. These are the two farthest interior angles away, two remote interior angles away from this one. So angle 59 degrees plus 56 degrees is 115 degrees. So angle 1 will equal 115 degrees. And then I could subtract that from 180 and I can find this missing angle right here. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. This is the exact same thing. So this is an exterior angle of this first big triangle right here. So angle 1 plus 18 has to equal 138. So you can take 138 and subtract the one you have. And then you know that this angle 1 has to equal 120 degrees because this plus this has to equal this exterior angle. Okay, so now let's take a look at this other little triangle on top. This is actually the same thing. Angle 1 is considered an exterior angle from these two remote interior angles. So these two added together have to equal this. So again, let's take the one we know and subtract it from its total. So let's subtract the one we know, and that means this angle 2 has to be 35 degrees. Okay, let's move on to the interior angles of a triangle. Remember, all three angles inside of a triangle have to add up to 180 degrees. So this plus this plus this equals 180. All right, so that's exactly what we're going to write down. X plus 5x minus 13 plus 4x has to equal 180 degrees. So let's add our like terms. We have 1x plus 5x plus 4x. That's 10x right there. Now let's get like terms together. So let's move the 13 over. So I have 10x equals 193, and then I'm going to divide by 10. So x is 19.3. Now it says, what's the measure of angle C? Well, I can actually plug in 19.3 now that I know what x is. I can plug in 19.3 to all these x's and find all three measures of all three angles. So if x is 19.3, angle A is 19.3 degrees. I'm going to plug in 19.3 there, and so 5 times 19.3 subtract 13. That's going to be 83.5 degrees. So angle C is 83.5 degrees. And then I can do 4 times 19.3, and I get 77.2 degrees. So I've actually found all three angles, but then I can actually answer the measure of angle C is 83.5 degrees. Okay, so let's take a look at another one. Let's take a look at number 11. So I know that number 11, this is a 90-degree angle right here, and this is 26. So these two added together have to equal this exterior angle, these two remote interior angles. So I can do 90 plus 26, and that's 116 degrees. So I know that's 116 degrees. And then if I wanted to go a step further and find this angle here, I could subtract 116 plus from 180, and then I'll know this missing one. All right, let's take a look at number 10. So this is using some different equations. So let's label these angles. This is 8x plus 7 based on the directions. Angle 2 is 4x plus 14. And angle 4 is 13x plus 12. Okay, so I'll get to the rest of this in a minute, but basically, these are the two remote interior angles, and they have to add up to equal this one. So this plus this has to equal this, and so that's exactly what I'm going to write. I'm going to write 8x plus 7 plus 4x plus 14 equals 13x plus 12. Okay, so now I'm going to add these two like terms together because those both have x's. Those are like terms, 12x, and then 7 plus 14 is 21 equals 13x plus 12. I'm going to subtract x. Now I'm going to move and get like terms together on the same side. So now I'm going to subtract 12, and x is 9. So now that I know that x is 9, I'm going to actually plug in 9 to all of these and figure out what all of these measure. So 4 times 9 plus 14, that's 50 degrees. So I know angle 2 is 50 degrees. 8 times 9 plus 7 is 79 degrees. So angle 1 is 79 degrees. And then 13 times 9, because x is 9, plus 12, so I know angle 4 is 129 degrees. Now I could subtract 180, take away 129, or I could add these two together and subtract from 180, but I know that angle 3 has to be 51 degrees because these two are supplementary. So now let's read the directions. So your friend incorrectly says that the measure of angle 4 is 51 degrees. What mistake might your friend have made? Well, they mixed up angles 3 and 4 because really angle 4 is the 129 and angle 3 is 51. So he or she accidentally mixed up those two. Okay, so let's try one more of those. So let's take a look at number 12. Okay, so it says angle 1 is 16x, angle 4 is 25 plus x plus 19, and angle 2 is 8x plus 21. Okay, so I know this plus this has to equal this, so that's exactly what I'm going to write. I'm going to write 8x plus 21 plus 16x equals 25x plus 19. I'm going to add these together because they're like terms. So 24x plus 21 equals 25x plus 19, and then I'm going to actually keep solving. I'm going to move these over. So x plus 19 equals 21, and then I'm going to subtract 19.